So this is Soni. We just adopted this dog.
The cutest.
We're taking her home, and we use this plastic tub to keep her in, so that like she stays safe and she won't like slither around. She started to whine a little bit, and she kept on licking the phone. But eventually, she fell asleep. She started snoring, and she was really tired and was so gentle during the ride. I thought that she would be like more like aggressive, or like she would be really like she would like run around and everything. But to my surprise, she was just quietly sleeping. I was really happy. This was my first ever pet. And I've always wanted a dog, and Sony is like adorable. I mean, look at this. Look at that adorable little puppy. We put a blanket around her so that she would have a nice, so that she would sleep. And the blanket has her mom's scent on it, so she would feel more comfortable. Sony like dozed off in that blanket of joy, and she was really quiet for a really long time. I kept on smiling because I was like the happiest kid in the world. Ooh, I have a dog! I have a dog!
Her body's not.
Sony woke up after a few minutes, and I started bonding with her again. But then after a few minutes, she fell asleep again. We took out the blanket because she didn't really want it anymore. After a few minutes, we arrived home. Sony Sony's an explorer, and she was really confused, and she wanted to explore where she was gonna live soon. I took her down the stairs, but she couldn't climb the stairs, and I could see that. That's a tiny little puppy, and those stairs are really big for her. I wanted to carry her and take her down, but my parents told me no. But my parents told me that you can't take her down, you might drop her. So my dad carried her all the way down the stairs, as Sony was like really liberated to joy. When she got into my room, the very, very first thing she did when my dad let go of her was she hopped right to the piano to see her reflection. She wagged her tail as she was around her reflection. She was happy. She's still addicted to when she sees herself. She's really addicted to when she sees herself in the mirror. Sony was really happy. She let me pet her a little bit, and then she went towards my dad, and I always let her fall, and my dad was hogging her a little bit, but I didn't care, because I had a dog. I mean, if you have a dog, you'd obviously be like, oh my god, this is the happiest day of my entire life. Sony started bonding with me, and she was really happy, I could tell. And Sony, she started she kept on looking at her reflection and kept on wagging her tail around that. And then my dad took off her leash, but she didn't take off the collar because we weren't sure that maybe we would be able to put it on in the morning. And in the morning would be the first day of school for me, so it was kind of exciting. Sony again visited her reflection, and she was really happy. For some reason, she's still addicted to her reflection. She's still addicted to it, like, seriously. My dad started, like, hugging her in joy, started, like, loving her and hugging her. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He was so happy just hugging her. Maybe I got jealous, but I didn't get jealous at all. I was happy to have Sony in my life forever.